What in the world is a toasted bourbon? Today we're going to find out. Welcome back, friends. Um, we're going to dive into the world of toasted bourbons and we're going to do a blind to try and pinpoint what those tasting notes are and why it's so good. Welcome back, bourbon friends. We're going to jump into trying to develop our palate to see if we like toasted barrel bourbons. We'll talk a little bit about what makes a toasted barrel bourbon, but let me introduce our players today. The first one is Buffalo Trace. Love Buffalo Trace. I drink this all the time. It's a nice evening sipper. Um, the next one is our toasted. It's Yellowstone toasted. Um, then we've got the Elijah Craig toasted barrel. It's the PGA series, but it's still the juice is toasted barrel juice. So two toasted barrels and then one just to see the difference. These are random. These don't correlate with these. So let's just jump in and see what we got. That's just good. Caramel toffee, the sweet. Um, I'll just leave it at there. Sweet caramel toffee. Second one. Oh, let me cleanse my palate. Second one. I can taste the oak. Um, Sweet vanilla. Um, there is some marshmallow there. And that's one of the things you're going to notice on a toasted bourbon is you're going to get the oak's going to be amplified and you're going to get kind of a sweet marshmallow note. That's you get that, then you're like, yeah, that's probably a toasted barrel bourbon. Let me cleanse. Jump into number three. Yeah, I've got the oak, kind of a campfire oak. Um, it's not off-putting though. It's good. Um, got the marshmallow. Um, it's sweet. It's this one's sweeter than number two, but I would say these are my two toasted, and this is Buffalo Trace. I probably should have picked a different one because I know Buffalo Trace. That's Buffalo Trace. I can guarantee it. So, yep, Buffalo Trace. This is the Elijah Craig, and this is the Yellowstone. So if you're buying a toasted barrel bourbon, what you can expect is a bigger than life oakiness coming through, but it's a campfire smoke type of oakiness, if that makes sense. You just have to taste them. They're very distinct. You'll know. Um, Maybe next time we drink an Elijah Craig toasted with two different, instead of doing two toasted and one straight bourbon, maybe we do one toasted and a straight and a high rye. I don't know. Just so that we can pick out the toasted. It's not the amount of oak that determines, because you could have a double oaked, but it's the kind of smoky oak. It's a smoky oak that really distinguishes a toasted compared to other things. So what is toasted? Um, toasted is a it's put into a barrel. Now it can be pre-aged in a toasted barrel, and that's really expensive. Um, I don't know. I don't know what the price difference would be, but you very rarely see a pre-toasted whiskey. Usually, what happens is it goes into the charred barrel first, and then it's finished in a toasted barrel. So, a toasted barrel, remember we talked about how when you char at 2000 degrees. And the amount of time depends on the level of char. And you can get up to the alligator char, which is a char 4. With the toasted barrel is um, it's toasted at 500 degrees. So think about it as you're building a campfire inside the middle of the barrel, and the smoke and everything is kind of permeating the oak. Whereas a char, it's a flamethrower just blasting that wood at 2000 degrees. So a toasted barrel is a barrel where you have this little campfire, and the heat and the smoke and everything is affecting and influencing the wood. Um, what you'll get in a toasted barrel is a little more sweetness on the vanilla sides. You'll get that. You'll get that marshmallow flavor. And you can think of it as, if you ever roasted marshmallows, you can put the marshmallow in the fire and it chars it, it makes it black. That's actually how I like my marshmallows. I'll peel that charred marshmallow and eat it and char it again. But with the toasted, it's where you hold the marshmallow above the flame and just kind of rotate it, and you get that nice little coating on there, and the flavors come out. Same with the barrel. And so what happens is when you char a barrel, it kind of creates a barrier, and so that juice, that distillate, hits that char, and if it gets affected by the outer skin, and that gives it color, flavor, all of that. We talked about the caramelized sugars, all of that. So when you toast a barrel, there isn't that barrier, and that juice can actually penetrate deeper into the oak, and that's why you get more of an oak flavor in a toasted barrel. And then you also get the smoky oak, or the campfire taste. And then what happens is as that juice sinks deeper into the oak, it interacts more with the sugars. So on a charred barrel, you are interacting with the caramelized sugars. So you get a much more caramel forward palate. With the toasted barrel, um, you get more dynamics in the interaction with the sugar. So the flavors are a lot different. When I taste this, the Buffalo Trace, with the toasted barrel, um, night and day. you'll pick it up. So when you do your blinds, just go buy a bottle of, um, this was like $50. That's like 30, but that's like $50. So buy yourself a toasted barreled bourbon and compare it with other things and see if you like it. See if that's something in your palate that you're just like, wow. Like for me, I love dynamic flavors going on. I can't always pick them up. I can't always say, oh yeah, this is marzipan or this is uh, grape Pez candy or all these crazy notes that people come up with. I'm not that good right now. I hope I get there, but I'm also hoping that now that I've done this, I know what a toasted is. I know compared to a straight whiskey, a straight bourbon, I know the toasted is going to give me this palate. So if somebody offers you a toasted barrel whiskey, you can say, you know what, that's not really my jam. I'm not a toasted guy. I'd rather stick with a high rye or a wheater or a traditional. Um, this is all part of the journey, guys and gals. It's all about learning your palate, learning what you like. I hope this helps. Um, we're going to look at some different bourbons in the next video. I'm hoping that you subscribe and you hit the notifications, hit that all, and it'll give you a reminder that there's a new one out. So these all build on each other and they all are going to help you develop your palate and your knowledge of bourbon. And it just makes the journey a lot more enjoyable. I'm having a blast doing this. I get to drink a lot of good whiskey. I do so responsibly. When I do these videos, I do them at a time where I don't have to go anywhere. I'm at home. I don't drink to get drunk anyways, but um, I'm having a blast. And so I hope you're having a blast as well. Follow along. Again, be safe, drink responsibly. Let's just keep going. Take care, guys.